It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little drawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game. Any edge that you could create, and now's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And leading them out from Central Michigan, an undrafted free agent back in 2017 and still here. It's Cooper Rush.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. We'll need to pause now after our first play. One of the D linemen injured on it, and medical staff out now to look at him. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 29. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Rush looking to pass. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Buccaneers scoop it up! And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown! The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Turpin with a return. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns, and Brock, here we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw, break it the length of the field for 6 big points.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Tucker now on the return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So here now are the Buccaneers on offense to begin their first drive. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough. A will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
The give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Mayfield now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Now on 4th down, it's Trenton Gill out to kick it away. On is the former all-conference return man from nearby TCU, Kevontae Turpin. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. but you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He had all the distance and just enough accuracy to send it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a 1st down. Rush. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
From the red zone now. And the defender comes away with it. And the Buccaneers can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Baker now from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing, Baker. It's into the hands of White. And he's going to go out of bounds up past the 15.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They'll run for it with White. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Those defenders, it might be a while before they get another chance like that again. What an incredible opportunity to hand their offense field position inside the red zone, while yet getting another shot of momentum themselves.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. To the air with Rush. The throw is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Bucky Irving now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet. 1st and 10, it's a gift to White. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Connection made to the rookie from Washington. They get 13 on the pickup, and that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. From the gun, a run for White. This is ahead for about 5. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Up the middle, here goes White. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Personal foul, roughing a kicker, defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
And suddenly a chance to take the lead re-enters the picture following that penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
White, a skip, and he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead.
14. Cowboys 10.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Turpin with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst of quickness of pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know you've got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Buccaneers and Rachaad White ready to take over once again. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Cut out left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, White. Down the sideline to the 45. And finally stopped at the 34. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He'll get this complete to White. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11.
Cowboys 10. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Turpin with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Oh, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rush now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
2nd and 10 now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. That gets him 7, sets up 4th down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Brian Anger on now to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Buccaneers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. First down, here's Baker. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing again is Baker. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's incomplete. There's 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. Fourth down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Trying for the deep ball. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. We've reached the break. The Bucs visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a solid first half for the running back, Rachaad White. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. On the return, here's Irving. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Tampa Bay sending its offense out to begin the third quarter. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. A give right side to White. And this one doesn't go far. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Running on second with White. Breaks the tackle, still going. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Juke the defender. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. The give now to White. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's White again. big hole left. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, this is White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Mayfield will look to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. Turpin with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys and Cooper Rush out for this next drive. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Rush. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here's a give up the middle. He's contained at the line for no gain. Vontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Rush looking to pass. He has the first over the middle, and he's out the clear. There it is, touchdown Dallas! The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Tucker now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. It's White on the give. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield now from the gun. That pass complete to McMillan. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. White trying this straight ahead. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To throw is Mayfield. Throwing deep for the end zone. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 13-point lead. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14.
Cowboys 17. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Turpin with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Cowboys about set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Back now, pressure on its way. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field. Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
There was a theory some years ago, Kate, that you would never run play action on 3rd and extra long like this because that play action is really not going to affect the defense. But what you got to understand is many times you're running that play action because of the great protection. You're actually trying to give that quarterback an extra beat. Well, it didn't work out that time.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Here's White. Jukes one defender. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They run. It's White. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
White on 1st and goal. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Trying again with White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They manage 3 yards on the carry, which sets him up with 3rd and goal at the 5.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play.
And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers have likely locked up the win right there. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys 17. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Turpin with a return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. Rush now to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Here's Rush to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing, Rush. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. McMillan hauls it in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he doesn't get much here, just enough to get down inside the 40. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A run now with White. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Baker now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Up the middle, here goes White. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 19. This throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Buccaneers can rest easy with a 3-score lead. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. White has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's a Rachaad White touchdown, his 4th total score of the game. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers grow their lead yet again. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. Rush. Hauled in left side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. To the air with Rush. And they won't do it, so that fall's incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for White. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
On the ground, it's White. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be, but even with the added boost from the friendly confines, couldn't will them to the victory.
Yeah, sometimes it just isn't your game. You're never going to win them all, even at home, but what's important now is learning from this defeat, hitting the film room, hitting the weights, making sure this doesn't happen again. Don't let this loss beat you twice.
So for Brock Ewert, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Buccaneers winners as we say so long from Dallas.